Okay guys, it is time for a new update here on the Bitcoin price because we only have a few hours left before our current weekly candle is going to close, and I can already tell you, and I showed you this in the last couple of videos, this weekly candle at the prices we are still at right now, only a couple of hours away of the close, to be exact around 12 hours, I mean, it's really not looking bullish at all. The last time where we really got a perfect rejection of the weekly EMA ribbons is every single time in the past where we saw our final stages of somewhat of a bear market. As you can see also here in 2014, when we saw wick into the EMA ribbons, we always turned bearish within the following weeks, and the only time we then really saw a reversal of price moving parabolic to the upside, how we love to see it with Bitcoin, was when we then once again broke the weekly EMA ribbons to the upside. And I've been talking about this since a couple of days now already. I've been warning you guys that we cannot get too bullish at the moment, since we are still below crucial resistance here on the weekly time frame. Also looking here at the daily going over, we can see that we still got rejected here from the $44,000 to $44,800 level. But now guys, we have to take a look at the even smaller time frames, at the 4 hourly, at the hourly, to find out if there's any chance left of the bulls actually turning this around with the today's daily candle pumping back inside of the weekly EMA ribbons, so that we have a somewhat more or less neutral weekly candle close. And on the bigger time frames, we then can expect Bitcoin actually to move further to the upside within the next couple of days, and especially within the next 1 or 2 weeks. If you're now interested in that, stick around till the very end of this video. I will also give you an update on my $400,000 long position, because as you guys know, since multiple weeks now already, I have a 3x $400,000 swing trade open, just because I don't think that there's unlimited downside for Bitcoin to be expected in either way. So that's why a long position at these prices is still a good entry for me, at least, with a low leverage where I can scale the position down at later stages. But now let's just jump right into the charts, and with that I will also explain to you what I'm going to do with that trade, or even if I'm maybe going to open new ones. By the way guys, thank you so much for the support below the last video. It's absolutely insane. We smashed 1,500 likes. I only asked for 1,000. We smashed 1,500. You guys left a lot of comments boosting the algorithm, and we can see that the views are already going up again here on the channel, because YouTube somehow took my channel out of the algorithm. People were not getting the notifications for being subscribed, for having the bell active. But guys, with your support, with all the comments, with all the likes you pushed on the last video, with all the new people that subscribed through the last video also to my channel, we see a grow again. So I would be really appreciated if you could smash up a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel here on this video again if you haven't done so already. But now let's jump right into the charts, and let's jump especially into the smaller time frames, so we can find out what the next 12 hours for Bitcoin might look like. So first of all, here on the daily time frame, I mean, it's still very clear that on the weekly time frame, at the price we are at right now, it's looking bearish. On the daily time frame, it's not looking all too good. It's looking like we got rejected here from our horizontal support and resistance area. Also here, this trader trap zone is still potentially playing out, but we don't really have to keep an eye on that for now, because this one would get confirmed only with a break below the $39,000 level, and we are still far away from that, so we don't have to worry about this trader trap zone here yet. But looking at the smaller time frames, looking at the 4 hourly, there is another thing that we have already talked about within the last couple of days, and that was for sure here our beautiful possible non-failure swing. And this non-failure swing, guys, it's not confirmed. We would need to break here below the $42,000 level to get it confirmed, and also this E point could actually look like this, for example. So there's nothing sure about this chart pattern yet as well. So as you guys can see, we have some bearish chart patterns, but all of them are still in the open. They are not confirmed yet, and that's why I see a final chance for the bulls now within the next few hours to push the price back into the $44,000, $45,000 levels, where we would see a quite not all too bearish weekly close, right? And we can then go into the next week with at least a neutral weekly candle close and not with a bearish one, because as you guys know, the bigger time frames always overwhelm the smaller ones. So the weekly time frame is already one of the biggest ones we are looking at for Bitcoin, since the monthly is only very short, since just the Bitcoin asset itself doesn't exist for too long. So the weekly candles are the only thing, really the biggest time frame that it makes really sense to look at, and this one is so far still looking bearish. The good thing is that we broke out of our falling wedge here. This I also showed you in my last video. I told you guys yesterday I would scale my trade up a little bit if we see a confirmed breakout here above this horizontal resistance zone of approximately $43,000. We didn't get a confirmation, guys. As you know, we always wait for confirmation on the breakout. So we saw the breakout above, but we didn't see a bounce right inside of the support. We want to see that the past resistance turns into support. And then we also need to break above the old high point, right? The old high point, we need to break above that before we know that this is actually a confirmed breakout. And we can expect prices to move to the breakout target of this falling wedge here all the way up at the $45,500 level. This didn't happen. We are trying it once again right now. The good thing is that Bitcoin isn't getting all too heavily rejected at the moment, even though the weekly candle is looking bearish. So this gives us a little bit of a sign that the bulls want to have another try in saving this weekly candle. And even if we break above here now, since we already failed once, I'm not going to scale up my trade. I will actually wait for confirmation that this is not a dead cat bounce. With a start into the weekly candle. As you guys know, a dead cat bounce here. We are looking at the Fibonacci retracement levels for that. And as you guys can already see, in the traditional markets, we are looking at the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. In the crypto markets, we are looking at the 0.61 Fibonacci retracement level. But keeping in mind that in the crypto space, there's traditional traders, but also cryptocurrency traders. I'm personally looking at this as a little bit of a resistance zone that needs to be overcome. So I will actually only scale my long trade up as soon as we are crossing here the $44,000 and $44,000 level to the upside. I think that would be a very bullish scenario. That would give us a big sign that this is not a dead cat bounce. And what would be happening then simultaneously is that we are back above in this resistance zone of $44,000 to $44,800, right? And if then it's not a dead cat bounce and we are not getting rejected at the $44,400 level, there's a high chance that we are also breaking through this horizontal resistance area here on the daily time frame, which would turn the Bitcoin price for sure very bullish. We would see consistent higher lows, right? We would see higher lows here and we would break a very crucial horizontal resistance to the upside. So then I think some more upside is to be expected also on the weekly time frame, which is very important, since on the weekly time frame, also on the daily time frame, guys, we still have the possibility then on the big time frames to see a dead cat bounce, right? This is something we have to keep in mind, that also on here the big time frame, like the daily, the weekly, we still need to get above pretty much the $55,000 level before we can be sure that this year will not turn out to be like a massive dead cat bounce, right? This is also a possibility here in form of maybe even like something like a triple top, where we need to be still careful. We cannot go into multi-million-dollar long positions, how you know sometimes I do on my channel. I mean, the biggest trades are only on my German channel, since my English channel is not that old yet, but still, you know, guys, that my record trades are $25 million in position size and so on. I stream all of this stuff always live on my YouTube channel, on my German one, once we have some crazy run-ups where we can be sure that we are in a bull run and we can just compound these trades up to crazy amounts of numbers and crazy amounts of profit. This is not the time yet, because I don't see that we are confirmed here to go much higher yet, right? This is the things I'm keeping an eye on. I told you exactly here in today's video, and yeah, we don't have too many hours left. We have to be very real here. If we're getting now within the next few hours rejected, we are even maybe dumping below $42,000. I mean, I'm expecting for sure more or less a bearish week then for the next week now coming up in a few hours. So keep an eye on the Bitcoin price, guys. Keep an eye on the Fibonacci retracements level that I showed you. Keep an eye on the horizontal resistances I showed you, and then you will know exactly when it's time to scale up your long position once again, or at least, no financial advice here, at what point I am going to scale up my long position once again to take then a nice long swing trade into the next run up and to scale up my hodling portfolio a little bit with the BTC we can potentially make here with this trade in the next couple of weeks. But guys, if you enjoyed the video, smash up a like. Thanks again for this amazing support that I saw in the last video. Let's try to maybe reach 1,500 likes again. Otherwise, let's just smash 1,000 likes as always. Don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell, guys. Leave a comment down below to push the YouTube algorithm. We saw with the last video how much it helped. So thank you very much for that. And we are going to see us in the next one. Till then, bye.